Today we're going to be crafting one of the best swords in the game. Now, Twilight Sword does a lot of damage, probably the best sword in the game, but you do need Grimthorn level 30. I haven't really bothered with Grimthorn yet because he's a pain, but second best sword is going to be the Inferno sword. This does a lot of damage. You can see I've got enough molten cores here. Flames I got a ton of, and Inferno essences I've got a ton of. I killed so many flamelets. I pretty much just AFK'd this. There is a little bit of a trick here right now until Friday that you can use. I'm not gonna tell you how to do it. Okay, you're gonna have to go find some videos. Some people made some videos on it. I kind of just AFK'd in the same spot that everyone else has done. Unfortunately, that's probably gonna get patched. Actually, let me tell you, that is getting patched. So someone's gonna have to find a new spot to AFK, or you could just use the friend thing. You know, you just basically have another player basically train the flamelets and you kill them while they're being trained. So pretty straightforward, but this is a lot to get max level. But you can see it gets unlocked here. You need a lot of kills, dude, a lot of kills, and it does take a while for you to be able to get these molten cores. Oddly enough, I did get 2 of them off of like just 2 kills. It was really funny. And then essence here, but let me show you the kill count I have on these flamelets. 1,500 flamelets. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you don't even need to do that much. I kind of went overboard on them. You probably need about 1,000 or less flamelet kills to be able to do this. So I'm going to go and craft this. I'm going to show you the damage. Also in this video, we're going to be building that really cool tree. We're going to go about it's going to be about that tall. So I'm going to finish this tree, but first let's go show you this sword. Here we go. We got 79 watermelon seeds. I've been converting over to watermelons just because mushrooms just are too quick, and I don't farm that often, so having to cut so many of them, kind of a pain. So we're probably going to get rid of this area. So let's go over here, sell our watermelons. Got 236 of these, and I don't think I have mushrooms, do I? Yeah, I do. 455 of them. You know what, we'll keep some of them. All right, we got 109,000. That's good. We're gonna get some clay blocks on a little bit. First, let me show you the damage on this. So I only have the iron sword. I don't have a golden sword or a cobalt sword, but gold sword pretty much does the same amount of damage as the Inferno sword. The difference being is the Inferno will do double damage to flamelets. So let's go and craft this real quick. Recycled blade first, because we need to craft that. Recycled blade takes 100 scrap metal. Pretty easy to get. You just need to kill like 100. Actually, it's a little bit more than that. It's like maybe a couple hundred of the gizmos. And then you need only 32 coal. We got a ton of coal. So I'm going to go and craft one of those. We got Eco Craftsman Award, so that gives you a badge. And then now we can go in and craft our Inferno sword. Really excited. Finally, a good sword. All right. So I'm going to move that here. All right, so you can see how fast we can kill Gizmo with just an iron sword. Now we're going to use the Inferno sword. Oh, man, it just melts them. That's pretty good. Let's see how it is with rattles. Pretty good with rattles. We're just melting everything. Let's check it out on munchers. Here, one over here. I mean, it's not great. They're pretty tough. Let's check the flamelets. Yeah, it's pretty good on flamelets. I mean, you still get wiped from them. I'm about to die. They still do a lot of damage. Let's kill this guy. Yeah, this is really good. Ow. If I can kill him before he hits me again. Yeah. Yeah, so much easier. Used to be really hard to kill these guys. Like, try that with an iron sword. You're probably going to be done for. Let's kill this one. Yeah, this is especially good if you're trying to like farm and stuff. Oh, I gotta get out. I'm about to die. If you're trying to farm gold and all that, good idea to clear these guys. The coolest thing though, the sword glows. So yeah, we got the Inferno blade, really good. It's also gonna help us kill Grimthorns. So that's kind of nice to have a decent weapon. There are weapons. Similarly, there's one for gizmos as well as munchers. It's called the Clockwork Sword. This one. So this is good against munchers and gizmos. You can see I don't have a lot. I need springs. I need like another recycled blade. I got to get magnet shards. I got to kill a lot of munchers. And then the green slime has a slime sword. This one requires green goo. It's going to be really easy for us to kill them. This might be my next sword that I go for because this one's going to be a pretty easy one now that I have an infernal sword. There's also obviously the Twilight sword. You need 512 bones. It's so much. And then Twilight essence and Twilight blade. Also, there's a bone sword, which is probably one of the coolest looking ones. You have to kill rattles to be level 25 on rattles mastery, and you need like 8 skulls. That's not too too bad. And then you need obviously necrotic essence and a ton of more bones. So hopefully if you're like leveling up the rattles, you can do that one pretty quickly. So let's get back over here. Let's buy a bunch of red blocks. So let's just buy, we'll buy like 1,000 of these. I mean, let's get another 500. Why not? We'll use them. There we go. And let's spend the rest on watermelons. We need to grow our farm and get rich. All right, let's plant these real quick. We only have 5 more seeds. There we go. And let's go over here and start building. I need dirt though. I only have 52 dirt. I probably needed to buy more dirt. We should go farm a bunch of wood first as well. So let's go back out. Big rip. Let's go buy some dirt. And let's buy like a couple hundred would be good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Now let's go shop a bunch of cherry wood. I wonder, can I afford an underling? I don't know if I have enough of my mastery for that. You know what? I'm not. I'm only like level 13. I have an iron axe. I could use a cobalt, to be honest. I have 242 cobalt. How much is it? Oh, dude, we're so close. We just need the mahogany. We only need like 14 more cobalts and just some mahogany. That's not too bad. Get that cobalt axe. Let's kind of upgrade our stuff while we're trying to do this stuff. All right, we almost have 64 here. As soon as we do, we're gonna switch over. We're gonna switch over to cobalt because we only need like 16 more cobalt. There, we have a inventory search coming, by the way, so it's gonna be so much easier for you to find stuff inside your inventory. Found a good pocket right here. Witchy Cat Lady. She's a YouTuber as well. She makes lots of Hiram's videos. Check her out. It's a good idea to like try to go find someone that's already doing like auto. Like she looks like she's AFKing. So like if you can find someone that's doing that, you can kind of piggyback on their damage. She's working on gold right now, clearly, because it's already broken down. So you can kind of get a little bit of that shared loot. A lot easier for you to break stuff quickly. All right, I think we have enough. Let's craft it. We're missing. Oh, we need 2 more. We need 2 more. I'm being dumb. Man, you know what we really need? A better pickaxe. Oh, look it. We could make a better pickaxe. You know what? Let's just keep working on this one. You know, I'll be able to buy this. So let's just get this one. And then what we're going to do is later on, we'll look into just buying a golden pickaxe. We'll skip cobalt. It's a nice thing about like us having tools that you could buy. They're expensive, but you can skip stuff. Only 165,000. Okay, that's going to be easy. We should be able to make that real quick. Probably going to want like 300. So let's just farm like 200 cherry wood. Definitely better than it used to be. This used to be a lot harder. Got a little strat going on here right now. This player, DV Legend right here, is pretty much finishing up the trees. So I'm basically cutting them in like almost 50%, a little bit more than 50%. That way they can get a little bit of a share as well. So it's a little easier for them to break. Plus it takes less time for me to break. Double farming, dude. It's the way to go. It's the strat. We're pretty much just about to 400 right now. And we got the trees. So we're going to use this cherry wood. Hopefully it looks pretty good. I mean, I think it'll work pretty well with the red. Worst case, that I can always swap it out if I don't like it, but I think it'll look good. You know what would probably look better with the red, honestly, is the dark hollow wood. It's just, in order to be able to break that, it's going to take so long to get enough. Problem is, my island's already so gray that it probably won't look as good. All right, so it's time to work. We're going to come over here and we're going to start terraforming. This is actually fun and relaxing kind of work. I enjoy this so much. So let's go and build this up a little bit. Just going to kind of add a little bit of grass here so it's not so flat, that we can see a little bit of the green, especially the corners. I like to add a little bit in corners, something like that. Gotta make sure we don't have any asymmetry. We can clean up the inside too so we can reduce our block count. All right, so I'm gonna go and skip ahead so you don't have to watch me doing this. This is kind of boring for you, fun for me, boring for you. So let's speed this along. All right, that looks good. Now we can start on the tree. So in order to kind of figure out where we want the tree size, we're probably going to be around like something like this. So I'm just going to go straight up. I think we might need more cherry wood, but we're just going to go straight up here. So we're going to be back here. Kind of want to like maybe a little like 3 blocks taller. Now we got to do our base. It's been a moment since I've done this. So if I recall, I kind of did it like kind of slanted. So we kind of want it to be like this. So like I'll just kind of draw the pixels out first so we can get the shape. It's gonna be kind of like that. We'll have a little bit of a lean here. So much easier that you can fly. All right, so we got it kind of, we want to just make sure this leans. It's like it's been aging. It's been kind of growing this way. And then it's going to come back. So it'll kind of come back up here. And then we need to make it thick. So we'll kind of draw around a little bit of a trunk here. Decent thick base here. And then we can hollow it. So it doesn't have to like, we don't have to use so many blocks. We also want to make sure it kind of has that natural green kind of feel. So like it kind of indents a little bit here and there. This should have a little bit of indentation and it can kind of go a little bit with the curve. Because remember, it's kind of growing that way. Doesn't have to be perfect though. All right, now for the hard part. The branches are not easy. So also you can kind of rotate these. I haven't really been doing it yet, but we're going to do it on the ground here as we do the roots coming around. We'll definitely dig into the ground a little bit as well, because we want some of these to kind of go down into the ground. Look like it's kind of growing out a little bit too much. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Okay, let's just do a little bit more here and kind of clean up the rotations afterwards. We just want to establish ourselves. It doesn't need to be symmetrical. It just needs to look kind of natural. I love doing this kind of stuff. It's so much fun. It's challenging though. Like, this is from experience. I've done a lot of trees, but it is challenging when you're doing these. Like, it takes a lot of practice. If we start running out of, it looks like we're going to run pretty low on our cherry wood. We could just kind of cut inside. Got a lot of excess inside. A really big base. I kind of made the base a little too big. Yeah, I'm just about out. We got a lot of branches to do, so we need about 100 more. Looking pretty good though. I mean, actually, we could cut this. This is a little too thick right here. It's looking too straight. This needs to get cut down quite a bit. Same with this. This is a little too thick here. We can carve this a little bit. We're gonna have to put a branch right here too, but we need a lot more branches, so let's go get some more wood. All right, we got 255. Let's start working on our branches. Basically, we're making like an umbrella so that we can put blocks on our branches. It looks more natural. And then we're gonna need some coming in back inwards here. A couple small ones come out. Sadly, we do not have fences yet, so won't look as good as I can make it once we do have fences. We got to remember it's kind of supposed to curve a little bit, almost like a bonsai. This probably needs to be a little thicker right here. Just looking at it again. This branch should be a little thicker, and we can cut under it a little bit. Yeah, that's better. We'll add another branch to the side here, adding to the weight a little bit. We're done. All right, so now in order for us to be able to get more blocks, we kind of have to cut into it again. I don't feel like going and farming more of them, so we'll just cut. A lot of these don't need like full-on thickness too. All right, let's check this from a distance. I mean, I think it's good enough. Let's get working on these. And then we're going to put some lights inside too. So the way I do this, it's real simple. The process is super, super simple. What we're going to do is we're just going to put a block of clay on top of each of these. Real straightforward. This is to get us to initially fill in the top here, so we don't have any empty wood tops. Everything should be covered. And at some point we can actually start removing, some wood's going to get completely, covered. We could technically remove it, or we could just leave it. It's going to hollow out. It's going to optimize on its own. You can see it's already filling in nicely with our red foliage. We could have used like other colors with this too, like pink, or you could have done like purple and blues would be cool. But because I'm using red, I can't. I could use red glass. Might be an interesting twist. See, it's starting to get a little bit of that foliage on top. It's looking good. We don't have to do so low. It's just pretty much like where we want the canopy to be. The lowest we'd probably go is like right here. In fact, we might have to add one more branch out here, a couple branches at least. There's a little bit. We'll go and cut into this. Dude, flight makes this so much faster. I used to have to balance on these and jump around everywhere. So glad we added this. Okay. This is kind of too low here. Let's go and cut these up. Don't really want these this low. If we're going to do low, we got to put on branches like this. Now what we need to do is put them on the side. So if you have a little cap like this, you're just going to surround it kind of like what I did here. Basically just kind of blocking it in. So you shouldn't really see the wood. It's pretty much the same technique I used for my old island. This is why we needed so many clay blocks. You could use leaves too, by the way. If you wanted to do this with, regular leaves, like I got a ton of leaves in here. I could have used cherry leaves. It'd look really cool. But I like red because it works with my island. It kind of reminds me of my old builds from islands. By the way, what happened to my... Oh, you know what? I think I was taking a screenshot. I was wondering why my sky looks weird. My sky should look like... My portal should also be this one. I was messing around with some testing. How my sky should look. You don't have to go like super clean. You could kind of scatter blocks too. This is just an easy technique, so you don't have to like think about like where to put blocks. So you can see it's filling in nicely. Dude, that's looking really good. We're barely even there. Which makes it so it's easy to make density, like I was saying, like pretty natural too, because you're kind of going around branches. Technically, we didn't even need... If you think about it, you don't really even need... You could just use grass if you wanted to for the branches, because you can pretty much block them all and then only just have wood where you need it. All right, so now, I mean, that's looking pretty good, right? It's looking decent, but it's not thick enough. So what I want is really to see a little bit more coming down right here, a little bit more filled in right there. So it's pretty easy to do. All you got to do is just fill it in. We'll just kind of block it up in here. Add a little bit of like drapes here, the weeping willow almost. And then let's fill this in. I want more coverage up here. I kind of wish this was redder. Like this this clay is kind of pink. All right, so we have a bit of gap here. That's looking really good right here. A little bit more in here. Honestly, that's looking pretty cool. I love it. It's exactly what I was going for. Okay, so now we need to put some lights in here. We could use wall torches. This is what like a wall torch would look like. Actually looks kind of cool. As long as they're not visible from the outside. Oh, that's going to be cool. Once I'm done with this, it already looks cool. Yeah, that's looking really cool. All right, I'm happy. I'm happy. So now what we need to do is we need to work on some stairs that come up. So I think what I could do is I can kind of make it like this. There we go. And then if we really want to get clever, we could put like a little caves like entrance here with the door. So do that right here. And I'll just put a door there for now, but we'll plan on making that a base. So let's put a door. Let's just use oak for now, and we'll swap it out later. So yeah, we'll make that a door entrance later. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this one. This was a little long, but hopefully you enjoyed it.